Hi everyone, I'm Foxx, your host with the most fur. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what people are calling a problem. Look up Ubisoft today and you will find no people, or no shortage of people, just absolutely shitting on Ubisoft these days. And I understand the mental sentiment, amongst gamers that we're tired of what we're tired of. We don't like everything that people are, you know, doing and in the gaming industry and stuff. And I understand that to some degree, but I want you guys to hear me out. I absolutely dig and have always dug X Defiant since it came out. It's a multiplayer game that's free. The microtransactions are minimal and non-intrusive. I was only spending about $10 per season and still being able to get that faction, and I was able to complete the stupid battle pass for cosmetics. $10 every 3 months. Pretty non-invasive. And when I was playing COD, I was paying sometimes $25 for a bundle for a skin that I will barely ever see, especially when they took away those the third party modes or the third person modes. um I just didn't see a point of paying that much for skin bundles, man. And, when you think of COD, like, the multiplayer aspect, the actual 6v6 has been seriously lacking these last few times. In favor of Warzone, in favor of zombies, in favor of all these other modes, right? And it's just. I'm not saying it's bad for COD to do, but here came X Defiant. Yes, an Ubisoft title, right? But it is what I was wanting. I wanted just something that I could log on casually, shoot some people, multiplayer action, without having to always feel like I'm pressured to buy everything under the sun that they offered in the store. And maybe that's just, me saying that, like, I'm just tired of the mentality that's going around, this mental stigma that Ubisoft must suffer. How dare they try to invest in a live service game? How dare they try to go up against COD even a little bit to try to get a little bit of that niche of the multiplayer market? How dare they? But it's also not just X Defiant, and I'm not going to rant all video about this, but I am dangerously upset that they're shutting down next year in the summer. It will no longer be with us. Just poof, gone. And it makes me feel like part of it is we didn't give it a shot, and we didn't give it a single snowball's chance in hell to succeed. We were too busy hating on it for Ubisoft's sake. We were too busy hating on it for whatever conjured reasons. Nobody likes live service games. But yet people will hop onto Marvel Rivals. People still, hop onto Fortnite. People, look at the top 10 games of most profits of the year, and you will usually see at least a good 5 or 6 of them being live service games. Some of them pretty old. So it's a hard It's a hard sell to begin with, but they didn't charge us for this. It's not like a COD price or, even a Game Pass subscription price to access it. It's just free. What's wrong with that? Maybe it was too free to succeed. I don't know. I don't understand the Ubisoft marketing, nor do I have to. I'm just a gamer. And so to get away from X Defiant, let's go to another Ubisoft game. Oh no, he's gonna mention this one, right? Star Wars Outlaws. I when I title this video in defense of Ubisoft, I'm not saying that these were all good games. Quite the contrary. Most of these games that Ubisoft releases are generally mid at best. But what it did do is, in my opinion, is that, Star Wars Outlaws allowed me to, one, play as a character that isn't a Jedi for a freaking change, and two, explore different diverse worlds, such as stuff like this from the desert and stuff to ice planets to, there's a lot of diversity of worlds to explore in this game, Star Wars Outlaws. And I'm not saying that should we champion it as the best thing ever? No, of course not. I have to admit, it is a rather mid game. Like, it's not winning any Game of the Year awards, that's for sure. But it wasn't terribly broken or bad. Some of the things, like my struggles here, are mostly player error. And some of the things is the game's fault. It had a rough launch. Most games do. What am I trying to say? There's fun to be had, okay? And we know from Ubisoft what to expect. It's either mid at best, or it's a banger. But it's never a bad game, is my main point. People keep on shitting on Ubisoft because it's Ubisoft. And I'm like, kind of tired of it. I mean, let's just look at how many games Ubisoft has released last, let's say 5 years, right? Good old wiki. Alright. 2020 to present, right? Look at all these games that Ubisoft themselves have released in just 5 years. Not all of them are anywhere near bangers, but here's one. Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown. Absolute banger, right? But most people don't give a shit or know because they never played it. They never bothered to play it. They just want to hate on that Ubisoft. They want this company to fail, but from my point of view, just look at how many games they released in such a small span. To come out with this many games and the bare minimum being mid, that's pretty damn impressive. If Ubisoft fails and is taken out of the market completely, there's just so many games that we're not going to get anymore. You know, they do experiment, they do try, they do these licensed games, and they do hit and miss, and there's something to be said here, and I hope I'm coming this across that like Ubisoft is the king of mid. We need them. We do. And I think we need to give them more of a chance than what I'm seeing here. You know what I'm saying? It's just this gamer mentality that people just want to have that bad take to say that live services and modern gaming is dying, when in a lot of ways it's doing better than ever. And again, not every Ubisoft game that's released is an absolute banger. And it's not gonna be. You know, you don't have to be Game of the Year to be good. And not everything has to sell to your specifications to be good. And not everything has to hit every mark. I don't think any game company, especially Ubisoft, intends to make a bad game. And yeah, it's formulaic, but you know what? We've shown time and time again that the formula works. We keep buying every Assassin's Creed. Some of us bought Skull and Bones, hoping that, like, finally, this could be it. But how many people actually gave it a fair shake, huh? And let's face it, when, like, people are all, like, reminiscing, like, games were better back in the day. In some ways, yes, but in most cases, let's face it, 80% of all the games, even down to the retro, you know, sucked. They were either mid or just completely broken most times. Like for every Mario for the Nintendo, there was at least like 10 LJN games that were total dog crap. But it's okay because this industry is that abundant. We have games to choose from. This is a good thing. And I think if Ubisoft leaves the playing field because of all this angry sentiment, for one, and for two, their own missteps, it will be a very stagnant industry. Or at least that's what I believe. It'll just exist like Game Pass. No, I'm kidding. If I'm saying anything, like, let's take some room to take a step back. Champion the games that we love and adore. And stopped grifting the mother fluff out of every single failure and every single negative mindset that gaming is dying or modern gaming sucks. Like, go fluff yourself. Let's take a step back and try to find the fun in games again, man. That's what I'm trying to do on this channel. And, I probably didn't defend Ubisoft really as I intended, but I just hope the Kings of Mid stay with us for a long time. And sometimes a formulaic, easy to understand, non-complicated or convoluted story-wise game is exactly what the doctor ordered. Sometimes you want to turn your brain off and just wander crap as a space outlaw or freaking an assassin from Assassin's Creed or freaking shoot some shit with the homies in X Defiant. We should want things like this. sometimes it's just what we want to play. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I was probably talking my out of my ass for way too long, losing ya. That's okay. I'm just trying to be entertaining and I'm trying to make a point. I'm just tired of turning on my YouTube and seeing everybody bashing gaming, and it's a weird, like a freaking weird sentimentality amongst gamers that they should want games to fail, that they should want companies to die. This is a weird gamer mentality to me. Where's the people who like loved X Defiant out there other than me? Where's the people who loved Star Wars Outlaws for some strange whatever reason, or the Valhalla games, or the whatever Ubisoft else has farted out? Where's those people at? We're the silent minority, man. And again, I'm not saying they're bangers, but anyways, I'm gonna call this video for good now. Thanks for watching. Peace.